Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming, the home of tips, tricks, guides and tunes at Forza Horizon, and it's here, it's landed, it's Series 32, and we're looking at summer season after a bit of panic, a bit of confusion, and the real possibility of a backup playlist is actually here, it's landed, and I'm going to have a look at this for the second time. I did put up a quick video with some of these tunes, some of these guides in, but I didn't go through it properly. I didn't put any audio on because, one, it's too noisy at home when you've got 3 children homeschooling on the kitchen table and you're a few metres away trying to record videos, and secondly, it takes a long time to encode this stuff. So I'm going to have a look at it in a bit more detail here. For 50% you get the Zenvo TSR S, and 80% gets you the Mercedes-Benz AMG E63. Photo challenge. Take a photo of the new 2020 Ford Mustang Shelby GT500. Hashtag prized possession. And a lot of people have been after this. This is one of the most requested cars in a long time. And this is the thing that people were really kicking off about when Forza did say that it looks like we're going to a backup playlist. They were saying, when am I getting the GT500? When am I getting the Mustang? When am I getting this car? And, well, to be fair to the devs, they've really pulled out the stops and they've got all the updates sorted and it's all here on time. For the Forzathon weekly challenge, you need to own and drive any hypercar. And you need to earn 10 pass skills whilst racing it. Followed by earning a total of 9 stars from speed zones, and finally winning a road racing series event at Lakehurst Forest Sprint with your hypercar. Okay, that's actually not too bad. And I've gone on the cheapo side on it. I've been accused of having expensive tastes of a lot of cars, and it's not much more expensive than hypercars. So I've gone for something cheaper. I've got the Lambo, the LP700, and I've got the share code for a really nice S1 tune up here. This is available on the auto show very, very cheaply. When a lot of these hypercars are multi-million credit cars, this is not. And it works a treat. For the passing skills, you can go over to Juggernaught, and I've got a new player's Juggernaught custom blueprint here if you want to use this, especially if you may not have unlocked it yet as part of drag racing. The share code is up on the screen there, so if you want to use it, you can use it. If you have got the Goliath unlocked, you can just use the normal card. And if you haven't unlocked this, just go to any road racing, any dirt racing, any cross country, and just put the code in and you're good to go. For passes, it is just a case of hold back a little bit and then drive forward and, well, you know what, pass them. And I've got a few there and I'm into first place, which, okay, I've still got a bit of road, so let's hold back. Let's take my foot off a little bit. Let these guys get ahead of me. And I've got a corner coming up, which these guys will hard brake for, so I need to moderate my speed and making sure that I am close enough to pass them, but not too close to miss this corner. So just waiting for these guys to get towards this corner and then hard accelerate, get past them, and that gets me some ultimate pass skills, got some bits and bobs along the way, and that's pretty straightforward. Just rinse and repeat for that. For the speed zone, I do like Johnston Terrace up in Edinburgh. That is awesome. That is absolutely brilliant. I use this week in, week out for this stuff because it's a pretty straight run, just backwards and forwards, and you can rack up your stars very simply on this in pretty much any car. And it is just a case of just go through it one way, get some stars, turn it around, come back through it the other way, get some more stars, turn it around. Just do this until you get your stars. And it's pretty easy to get 2 stars on this, so even if you're not hitting 3 stars, you're getting 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, and it's pretty easy. On to the road racing element, and what we're after is the Lakehurst Forest Sprint, and I've done a fast travel on here because I've got a custom blueprint for this, and much in the same way as the Juggernaught. If you've not unlocked this, if you haven't got it, you can still go to any event and put this share code in and it will load this custom blueprint. It's called Easy Forzathon and it is a completely custom route. And I've done a lot of this sort of stuff where these cars just go off on a crazy little detour and all you need to do is make a simple little run and get your victory. No problems. And as I pull away, I'll show you this up on the map. You need to get to that blue dot, and these guys have to follow that blue line. So through the forest, round some fields, back round and to the end. And while they're messing around for somewhere around 2 miles, you just have to drive to this point in about 8 seconds and get your win. Simples. Very, very easy. You've got the trial here, excess baggage for the Hummer. You've got 9 3/4, which is the showcase remix for a super wheel spin, going all Harry Potter on us. And the summer games for the Napier Railton. The trial is called Heavy Hitters, excess baggage, cross-country event. What you need for this, in my opinion, is the Jeep Grand Cherokee Trackhawk, one of the best cross-country cars I have found in this game. I've got this A-Class off-road tune on it, and this is absolutely amazing. Week in, week out, I use this for cross-country stuff, and this Trackhawk is absolutely amazing. It's somewhere just under 800,000 last time I looked on the auction house, but you can unlock it, I think, as part of a cross-country playlist as you progress through the game, so it's pretty straightforward to get your hands on, and this will definitely sort you out for that championship. Summer games, vintage racers, you win a Napier Railton and B-Class, but the problem with this is that vintage racers are really, really expensive. You're talking 10 million credits for most of them, and even when you find them on the auction house, you're looking about 4, 5, 6 million, and it's one of those you just go in, it's a nightmare. And the cheapest option for this is to go on, if you haven't got one, and buy a Napier Railton, because they all sell for less than $1 million. And I've got a share code, I've got a tune for this. And this, admittedly, isn't amazing, but it does actually run this playground games fairly respectably, because you don't have to win them, just take part. For the PR stunts, I've got the Great Ridge, Coombe and Croft. So that's a jump, that's a speed camera, and that's a speed zone. For this, I'm going to be using the Mosler, which is an awesome car, and will definitely get it done. It's got an absolute brilliant tune on it, and it'll work an absolute treat. For the Great Ridge, your seasonal objective is 279 metres. Okay, that's doable. My personal best is 352.5, but this shouldn't really be causing me the problems it is causing me. But once you get down here, try and keep in a straight line, use the racing lines and come up and make the jump, although I've tilted that and that's gone completely sideways. That's gone. So hit rewind and let's have another go and let's get this done a little bit better, because there's no reason this car cannot absolutely hammer this challenge. And yeah, it's just been really bouncy. I'm not quite sure why, to be honest with you. I have used this before and I got my personal best with it, but let's have another go. Come on. Maybe it's me. I haven't got a clue. Maybe I'm tired and not focusing. But I've made the jump, going sideways, landing it 307 metres. That's it. That's that challenge done. I'm very glad I've managed to do that, because that was doing my head in. But that's how you do that one. It may take a few goes, but you'll be good to go once you do. Next up, we've got Coombe, 185 mile an hour. It's a speed camera. This is a bit nicer. This is a bit more relaxed. And it is one of those ones you just need to hit a straight line and try not to sort of hit people. You can see I've got it marked up and I'm just going to go for it. That's it. Just drive. I've got these guys coming up here, so I'm trying to avoid them, because the last thing you want to be doing, I've actually made a jump there and actually clipped the top of one of them, but come through here, 214. That was easy. That's definitely simple. That's very straightforward, and you should have no problems with this stuff. And a wheel spin for pleasure and a super wheel spin for completion. Next up, we've got Croft. It's a speed zone, and 110 mile an hour is the target for this. Personal best 114.2. It's off-road, so it's across a dirt trail. And yeah, I can do this. This is alright. Let's just mark it up and go round, shall we? So you've got the entrance there. Going round, giving it a little drift, slowing it down a little bit, but this is the slow part of it. It gets a bit quicker as you go further up. And I'm building up speed quite nicely, although wobbling it a bit. I don't know what's going on, I'm just wobbling this to crap here. But keeping the speed up, avoid the fields. Right, rewind is your friend on this one. Definitely works. Clipping it a little bit, cutting the field, but I can manage it, I can live with it. 114.75. Excellent. New personal best for that one. Only by a margin, but definitely a new personal best, and I've completed the seasonal objective. That's alright. The jump's a bit dodgy, admittedly. The speed camera's pretty easy, and this one's pretty easy, so rock and roll on the PR stunts for this week. Next up, we've got the championships. We've got Forest for the Trees for a Toyota Celica 94, Cult Collection for the Toyota Corolla, and Flex Your Muscles for the long-awaited Ford GT500. This is a car that everybody wants and what you need to take a picture of for this week's photo challenge. Fantastic. Forest for the Trees, dirt racing, C-Class, retro rally cars. And this gets you the Toyota Celica 94, which is actually a really nice, cool car, which you can actually use, funnily enough, to complete this challenge. But I'm not, you know. I'll show you the events and then I'll show you what car I recommend for doing this in. The events are this one: a Tarnhouse Scramble, Derwent Water Trail and Lakehurst Forest Trail, which are not too bad to complete. And for this, the car that I'm going to go for, even though you can use the Celica if you have it, I'm going to go for something a bit more accessible, a bit more affordable, and this is what I'm going to use. I'm going to use the Scooby, the Subaru Legacy RS from 1990. Autumn Games tune. Got the share code up there because I made this for the Autumn Games event back in August, and this absolutely rocks. This is fantastic, and this will make very light work of this championship. So grab that share code, get it on this car if you haven't already got it, and you can just go give it a kick. Next up, Cult Collection. Dirt racing again, D-Class. In Cult Cars, Toyota Corolla is what you get for this one. The events for this one are Holyrood Park Trail, Moorhead Rally Trail and Derwent Reservoir Trail. Okay, that's actually not too bad. And I'd like to sort of make a change on some of this because I put my video out earlier, just a quick look, no audio, no sort of polish or anything, and I just made a mistake for this one. I ended up saying use the Morris Traveller, but I made a mistake because I forgot it was actually a Vans and Utilities vehicle and not a cult car, even though I sort of consider it a cult car. And what I should have been using in reality was the Myers Manx, and I have updated the text lists and the comments and stuff, but the video still says that. But this is partly why I'm doing this one, to sort of make this correction and say this is what you use and sort of, you know, explain stuff a bit. And the Myers Manx is bloody awesome. This is brilliant. I've got a share code for this, and this absolutely rocks it. This is the cult car equivalent of the Morris Traveller. It's this little, small little thing you don't expect to do much, but you can really make a good job at it. And this is what we're after. Flex your muscles for the Ford GT500, which is the new Ford Mustang, the Shelby, which is absolutely brilliant. Modern muscle, S1 class, road racing. And we've got Edinburgh City Sprint, Lake District Sprint, and the Horizon Festival Circuit to complete in order to get this. And this is the car that everybody wants. This is a reward people are coming to this season for. Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a great little car. Love it. And to unlock it, I'm going for the Corvette Z06, the Z06 from 2015, S1 muscle. This car is really easy to get on the auto show, but it's also been given out as a free car by Forza for Hispanic Heritage History Month or something like that. And everybody's pretty much got this, but if you haven't, there's like thousands of these kicking around for like 50,000 credits on the auction house, so they're easy enough to get. The share code for this is up on the screen, and this will absolutely give you a good run at this, and let's get this brand new car which people have been asking for a while for. And that is that, guys. That's actually the playlist for the summer. A little bit of a better effort, one of my normal sort of efforts, because some of you guys have said, where's your voiceover, what's going on? And it is purely down to time about getting the content out without delaying the videos. I always think that my audio is secondary to the information, because I've always wanted my videos to sort of stand up on their merits, stand up on their information. They live and die based on the information, not my personality. I don't want to do stuff on my personality, and I always sort of judge everything by the information, and the information was a lot more important than me getting my voice onto it. But for a couple of reasons, I wanted to go back and sort of do it properly. So this is it, guys. That's it. Hopefully you're enjoying this season. I'm going to be putting some stuff together for future seasons. This will be available in advance because, well, that's just what I do. And if you like what I'm doing, hit that like, hit subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.